Good morning and welcome back. If you've been watching for a while, this is my channel, Stitches with Love. My name is Elizabeth, and this is where I share all about my knitting adventures on and off the needles. And today I'm so excited to share I have something off of the needles, and I have a few things on the needles. All right, I have a lot of things on the needles that I'm going to talk about. So if you are curious about what I'm working on right now, grab a cup of something cozy, a project if you're working on anything, and let's get started. All right, so I am not in my usual space where I record today because I have a lot to share, and my office is a little bit of a mess right now. So there's just not a lot of space to put out what I want to show. And I kind of like the cozy little vibe that I have out here in my kitchen area. I have my Yankee apple candle. I just put up my sunflower lights. You can't see them right now, but they're very sweet and pretty, and they're bringing me all kinds of autumny vibes. And so is the weather this morning. It's a little bit cool, a little cloudy. Looks like it might drizzle a little bit. While we were camping this past weekend, it was rainy and cloudy and cool the whole time, which was okay, but it really gave me autumny, cozy, time to hunker down feelings. And I started thinking about sweater weather and the seasons changing and how much I'm looking forward to autumn. Excuse me. Autumn is my favorite season, and of course, that is definitely a sign that it's time to pull out all the cozy knits and make something sweatery. So, I gathered up all of the sweaters and shawls that I'm working on right now, and I thought it would be kind of fun to share those with you. I haven't worked on them really regularly, most of them, but I'm going to show you where I'm at anyway and talk a little bit about my plans for them. But first things first, I finished these socks. So back when I thought I would do my own self-imposed Sock of the Month Club, these were the May socks. I finally finished them. They just came off the needles yesterday. They have not yet been washed or blocked. The colors are a little bit blown out because of the lighting, but they're not too far from how they really do look. So these are a gift for a coworker. I'm not going to tell you who because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I'm very pleased with how they turned out. The main color is Paradise Punch from West Yorkshire Spinners, and the coordinating blue color is Frozen from Yarnable, one of my monthly Yarnable subscriptions. Very pleased with how they turned out. Plain vanilla pattern, 72 stitches. I don't remember what I did for the length, but really happy with how they turned out. So those will be getting washed and blocked today. Hopefully gifted, but I don't think they'll be dry in time to do that. So I might have to wait until later in the week. Hang on, my dishwasher is beeping. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Our dishwasher is going on the fritz, and so it'll stop mid-cycle, and then I have to open the door, close it, and start it up again. It's very frustrating. All right, so I showed you the socks. I'm going to show you my projects in no particular order because they're all just kind of a big pile next to me. I don't even know how many I have. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to show you. 2 of them are shawls, and then the rest are sweaters. I think I'll show you the shawls first, actually. So this is a bag from somewhere. I don't remember if it's Bags by Awesome Granny or Charming Necessities, one of the shops on Etsy that I frequent. But I bought it because I love the autumny prints. We've got some tea kettles, we've got some acorns and socks and oak leaves, all the autumny things. Pumpkins, but it's a great size bag to hold um, shawls, sweaters, kind of medium to larger projects. I forgot I had these in here. These are some mittens I'm making for a friend of mine. All right, so this shawl I started last autumn. It's called Falling Leaves. I am hoping to get this done so I can actually wear it this autumn. I'm really very pleased with how it's working up. It's beautiful yarn. The pattern is beautiful. It's not terribly complicated, but it does require some thinking. So if I take it somewhere or I work on it at home, I have to make sure I really have time that I can focus on what I'm doing without much distraction. And then I have a Suki shawl in here that I started earlier this year and obviously didn't finish. Let's see, this is the top. This is being worked up in yarn from the January Yarnable color. And I just really, really love it. Pinks and reds. Really gorgeous. And again, hoping to get this finished sooner than later so I can wear it, and more importantly, so I can cast on something else with the needles. So those are my shawls in progress. Maybe I'll leave out the Suki and start working on that this week. It's a pretty easy pattern. I don't need to think too much about it. So it's one that's okay to take with me to work or do at home because it's not a really complicated pattern that requires a lot of concentration. Right, so there's my shawls. I'm not really a huge shawl wearer. Until recently, I really have gotten into them. I like the kind of crescenty, smallish shawls I can sort of wrap around my neck, but I also like to be just big enough I can sort of wrap around my shoulders if I'm at work or home and I just need a little bit of a chill taken off. So I'm getting into shawls a little bit more than I used to be. Now, since we are still in summer and it is still quite warm out, I do have a couple of lightweight, sweatery type tops that I'm working on. This one I had actually hoped to wear for family photos earlier this month, did not get it finished, but I am making really good progress on it. This is the Marguerite cropped something. What is this called? I don't have the pattern title. It's a Marguerite cropped cardie or cardigan or something of that nature. It's on Ravelry. I do believe it is a for purchase pattern. Actually, I know it's a for purchase pattern. I'm working it up in just a really lovely cotton that I found on Amazon. This is the back section I'm doing right now. I did finish the left front. It really needs to be finished while I can still sort of remember where I am in the pattern. And then I would like to get some wear out of it before the seasons turn too drastically. So this is a cropped cardigan. And then I have a more recent summery, lightweight, warm weather top that I started right before we went camping. This is the Venice tee, again, made up in a really nice cotton yarn. So it'll be perfect for warm weather. This is made in 2 identical pieces and then seamed to make the top. I don't know why I do this to myself. I get started on projects and then I lose interest, and I either don't finish or it takes me a long time to finish whatever the thing is. I really should probably work on that. I'm quite sure that I have ADD. I can say that because my children do. And I have a lot of the same signs, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. All right. Either that or I just get bored easily. Maybe it's a bit of both. I don't know. All right, so those are my summer tops, my shawls. Let's get on to the cold weather sweaters I'm working on now. All right, so where do I want to start? I guess I'll start here. I have made little by little progress on this sweater. This is still the back of the sweater. This one is a gift for someone. I am almost to the point where I can cast off the back and work on the pockets. I'm really very pleased with how this has turned out. It's a really nice, kind of difficult to see in with the lighting. It's a really nice textured but not cabled fisherman sweater pattern. I do like it. I don't know that I would do this pattern again just because it's kind of uninteresting to me. I would really prefer that if I'm going to go through the effort and the time to make a fisherman sweater, I would rather have the traditional cable and texture pattern. But this is fine. I think the person that this is for is going to love it and wear it, and it will certainly be, it has been a labor of love. And really, this sweater deserves its own podcast video. So I'm not going to talk too much in depth about this one, but I think I really probably should get my rear in gear and finish it before the weather really turns. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside, but I think I'll leave it out so that I can stare at it and remember to work on it this week. This next sweater was originally going to be for the person that I'm knitting the sweater for that I just showed you. And then things changed a little bit, and I decided that I would do a button-up cardigan rather than a pullover for this person. So this sweater I think probably will be for myself, although I've gained some weight, and I don't know that it's actually going to fit me. So probably if I don't keep it for myself, I will gift it maybe to my husband. I've been wanting to make him another sweater anyway, and I know he would absolutely love this. So this is a pullover sweater. It's a cabled pattern in the front and in the back. I'm so sorry, the lighting just isn't great. I'll have to show this again in better lighting. And then the cable pattern is the same, but on a smaller scale down the sleeves. I'm just about finished. I'm probably about halfway on the first sleeve. It's not a difficult pattern. It's been really enjoyable to work on. This is just being worked up on some inexpensive acrylic, but I love the color. I love the pattern. This is called the after school sweater. I found it on Ravelry. I am not sure how to pronounce the designer's name, so please forgive me for not sharing it, but I'd rather not try and then get it completely wrong. But if you go to Ravelry and search for after school sweater, this will pop up. I love it. Definitely would make this sweater again based on how it's going so far. It's been a fairly quick knit just as far as it's not super complicated. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's done on bigger needles. And I'm just really, really happy with how it's working up. When this is not being worked on, I have it protected, if you will, with these point protectors. They're little Oreos that I got off of Etsy. Aren't those adorable? But that just makes me feel better knowing that when I'm traveling or I'm on the go or if I have to set this down, my stitches aren't going to fall off. And who doesn't love Oreos? I love Oreos. All right, so that is in a bag by Bags by Awesome Granny. If I remember correctly, this is her either large or extra large size, her zipper pouch. It's got all the yarn and the sweater. It's a bit stuffed right now because I do have all of the yarn for the sweater in here, but it's been a great size. It's got a little strap here that I can carry it around. It's nice and sturdy. It's a great little pouch. I just love it. All right, and the final sweater that's on the needles, again, I started this last year. I would like to finish it sooner so that I can actually wear it this year. I am making myself a Christmas sweater. Last year, I got really into the idea of having not ugly Christmas sweaters because I think those are obnoxious, but I wanted a festive, Christmassy, holiday-ish sweater I could wear with really anything and just really enjoy it without being over the top and obnoxious. So I'm making up another flax sweater. Let's see, where's the back on this? Right here. Okay, this is the back. I marked it with my little snowman. So this is a flax sweater. I'm doing it up in that really beautiful classic Christmas glitter yarn that I think probably every person was knitting with in, I don't know, the 90s. When I grew up, this was really, really popular, that Christmas glitter yarn. You can still get it today. So I have that, and I'm striping it with some cream colored yarn with a gold glitter through it. I'm working on the body right now. I have already separated for the sleeves. I think this is going to be really, really fun to wear. I think it's been a lot of fun to work on. I'm looking forward to finishing it. And I might actually just go ahead and pull this out and work on it this week. This would actually be a really good one to take to work just because it doesn't require any thinking. Right now, I'm on the section of the body where all I have to do is knit and knit and knit and knit, and then cast off and then do my sleeves. So I think maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I think I will. That'll be good. I really don't have anything else to share. Do you have any sweaters or shawls or cozy, autumny, wintry knits? I love looking forward to autumn. And then when we are solidly into that season, I'm so content. I mean, I am anyway year round, but autumn is my favorite season because I love being able to just hunker down on those stormy, cold, yucky, dreary days with a cup of coffee. I love lighting my candles, having my knitting. There's something really pleasurable about getting some new books from the library and then spending the afternoons with my boys while we read. We do a lot more baking that time of year. There's just something lovely about the season. And when we get to this point in our year, we're halfway through the year, we're halfway through summer, and I start thinking about the start of school and the season's changing, the garden is changing. everything is just kind of starting to slowly wind down, even though we're still very much in the thick of the year and the season of summer. Do you have a favorite season? I'm really curious. I can't say I really love winter. Springtime isn't really my favorite, although I do. Well, no, that's not true. I like springtime. Summertime is not really my favorite. It just seems so extreme. Winters are so cold and dreary, um, and then summertime is just hot and busy. But with springtime, everything is slowly starting to sort of wake up. And then in autumn, everything is starting to slowly wind down. I don't really like extremism in any area, and the seasons are no exception. Do you have a favorite season? Do you have traditions that you do? Are your children, if you have them, going back to school before Labor Day or after? Mine are actually going to be starting a week before Labor Day, which is new for us, but that's just how they're doing it this year. It has something to do with the construction of the new middle school that they're building right now. Um, Gosh, that's crazy to think that my oldest is going to be starting middle school and my youngest is still very young elementary. I remember when I was in school and still living at home, and it was shortly after we had moved into our new house. And my mother, I think that was probably like the busiest year of her life because my oldest brother had just started high school. I was in junior high, and then my youngest brother was still in elementary school. So for like a year, there were three different schools that were all pretty close to each other. And so, my brother, I think he probably rode the bus, and then I would walk or maybe ride the bus, and then she would drive my youngest brother. I don't really know how we did that actually. And then on top of that, um, she was also working outside of the home. And so, in addition to doing all of the mom things, she also had a paid job outside of the home for several days a week. So she was very busy. And I'm just kind of curious if my own life is going to start looking like that for a little while, where, I need to get my oldest son off to school on the bus earlier than we're used to, and then making sure my youngest gets taken to school. I'll be driving him, and then working full time outside of the home while trying to keep a home and care for the family and all the things that come along with motherhood and wifehood and just general adult responsibilities. It'll be interesting to see how things go this coming school year. I think that's about it. Um, let's see. I've showed you the knitting, shared a little bit about the lifing. I think I'm going to just go ahead and end things here. Until next time, happy knitting, happy Wednesday, and God loves you so much.
Wait.
I'll see you next time. What? Oh, do you need to say something? Can you push the square for me? Say bye-bye. Okay, push the square, the white square. No, down below.